This week, the Parsha of Hutt is somewhat sad. We have the death of Miriam as well as the death of Aaron. And it also features the event of Moshe hitting the rock and as a result not being allowed to enter into the land of Israel. Hitting the rock is a result of Miriam's death and the water ending, the water that had followed the Jewish people through the miracle of Miriam's well throughout the time the Jewish people were wandering in the desert. There were three main miracles that accompanied the Jewish people during their wandering. We had the manna, which was given in the merit of Moshe, the Anane HaKavod, which were the clouds of glory that were in the merit of Aaron, and the well that was in the merit of Miriam. But what was the merit of Miriam that allowed the well to happen? The well was just a well of water. What was so miraculous about it? It was the fact that it traveled. That's not something that one would expect to find anywhere, let alone in the desert. So while it was a miracle in and of itself that there was water, what was more miraculous is that it was with the people as they traveled. Miriam represented that ability to be where the people needed her. Perhaps it was because of her role as a midwife in Egypt. The role of a midwife is to be with the mother and with the child in their unique circumstances. What does the mother need? What does that particular baby need? What requirements are there for that person? The ability to be so responsive to an individual's needs is what it means to be the mouth of the well that traveled with the people. It is a lesson for all of us. How do we offer help to somebody based on what they need, not on what we need? It's so tempting to have a cookie cutter approach to give somebody what we want to give them, not necessarily to take the time and the effort and the energy to find out what specifically would be helpful to them. Sometimes we can ask, sometimes it's through the power of observation to be able to offer and extend ourselves in a way that's meaningful to them. We're familiar with the book, The 5 Love Languages, the specific ways that people like to be helped or acknowledged. And it doesn't always have to be in times of trouble. It can also be in times of celebration. What are the words that a person would most appreciate hearing? Do they want to be congratulated for their perseverance? Do they want to be congratulated for their creativity? Taking the time to think about what is unique about a particular person and their situation is what allows us to be like water and go to the shape and form of a person. One of the things we know about water is that it always takes the shape of whatever we put it into. It doesn't have a predetermined way of being. It is flexible and is responsive and is in the flow of what the person is and what they need. To be like Miriam and to be like that well, that was the miracle of Miriam's well, is to be like that mouth and be where that person is at. Perhaps this week is a time to think about what we ourselves have appreciated from other people and their responsiveness to us in times of need, in times of celebration. What has made the difference, and how can we be like that for other people? May we be blessed to be like Miriam and to be like that mouth of the well and be there for other people in a way that is most meaningful to them. Have a good Shabbos.